I'm going to do like a pre-op for endometrial ablation.
But what is the procedure? What do they do with that? How do they?
So basically the procedure in layman's terms are, they go in and kind of burn with hot water your fallopian tubes. So your eggs from your ovaries are unable to travel into the uterus because it'll be too soft from the ablation. So the eggs won't carry over into the uterus and produce a baby. So basically I would be getting rid of my lining, which will cause no period, which would hopefully alleviate the pain. But that's still not getting rid of the fibroids. It's just taking away the period, which is causing a lot of pain from the fibroids. So I'm still not fixing the fibroids.
Well, so the ablation situation clearly is for individuals that have no plans on having kids.
Correct.
Because if it thins that lining, how can you hold the baby?
Correct. But they say sometimes after a certain amount of year that it wears off and your fallopian tube regains strength. And some women still get pregnant, you know what I mean, later on, or it's still foul-proof. It could still happen. So it's not a 100%, like you said, with the side effects. Everything has a pro and a con, so it's not always a 100% guarantee that all of this stuff is going to work anyway. So,
well, if I were to give you advice on just my opinion, I am not a doctor. I only talk about my situation and what I've been, you know, because I've learned a lot through USA Fibroid Centers. I've learned a lot having fibroids myself. But based on the myomectomy, which you don't want to go through that pain anymore, having a hysterectomy, which you're not willing to do because you're too young, and going through a process of ablation, which clearly you're not going to have kids anymore. It just seems like UFE to me is the best option if you're a candidate for that.
Yeah.
It's non-surgical and you can be up and moving around most likely the next day. And it's a fast procedure. They've been doing it for years. They remove your fibroids. They're gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus going through the different procedures that we just spoke about. What do you think?
I think it would be an option. One of my girlfriends actually had that procedure, and then a few others had actually had a myomectomy. So she had a great experience. She had it in California at Mount Sinai. She didn't have her recovery time, like you said, was very minimal. So it's totally an option for me. I guess I can, in August when I go back.
I want you to research on your own, and then I want you to speak to someone in Atlanta at one of the USA Fibroid Center locations so you can set up a consultation, and they'll get really in-depth with you. Also, Dr. UFE is what I call him. But he's a doctor that performs the procedure of UFE. He's done many hundreds of them, and he has so many great stories from women that, you know, when he removed their fibroids, they just come and praise him because no one wants to sit through the situation of the pain, the blood clots, the extended menstruals, and it's just constant urination, miscarriages. You can go on and on. Constant. I want you to do your own research, and then I want you to talk to him. He can break down the procedure, exactly what he does, the recovery process. But everybody is not a candidate because, of course, the fibroids are located in different areas of
their positioning. And
so based on the position, the size, how long you had them, the complications you're having, I'm sure that plays all a part. But you're open to talk to him whenever, but I'm doing my part as a friend, just to enlighten you on the information I've been informed about. Because, girl, I didn't know about UFE, and I hate I didn't know about it because when I had the myomectomy done, that's the reason I had previa.
Correct.
I had the myomectomy done, that's the reason I couldn't have a vaginal birth. You know what I mean? It's just
that's correct.
That myomectomy caused future issues that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah. Chain effect of other things.
Yeah. But if I had UFE, I just don't believe I would have went through that process. So it's an option. I just rather you know all of your options before you make that decision. I don't want you to have a hysterectomy. I think you have more options before you go that route.
Yeah, that's definitely like the last on my list. That would be like another 20 years of severe pain. I'm like, okay, I can't take it anymore.
For real, seriously.
I couldn't even, right now, my mind, I'm like, what? When she said it, and she just said it so like you said, they throw it out there so easy. I'm like, girl.
As if it's nothing. And a lot of the doctors, for their personal reasons, they don't mention UFE, but it's a cheaper procedure.
She totally didn't mention it at all, but she definitely gave me the comparison of how much it grew in a year. She couldn't even believe it. She couldn't believe that it grew to like a lime, almost the size of a small orange, that fast. She was like, wow. She was like, she wasn't sure if it was that fast. It was that fast from my last one, which was last year, because I was going through some of the same issues. But previously, before last year, I have to admit, I go for my yearly, but I wasn't discussing the fibroids from my pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? And then last year I was like, okay, wait a minute. I started having a lot of menstrual changes. And because of that, we ordered an ultrasound, saw the size. And now a year later, I'm having some of the same problems. And she's like, wait a minute. Like, that's a big jump in centimeters.
How long you been with your doctor?
I'm on my second doctor now because my doctor retired. But I've been with the same practice that knows my history since my kid's birth.
Well, that's good. They know your history. And at the end of the day, I feel like, of course, money rules the world. And if someone has an option to make more money by slicing you open, that's the option they will give you. Unfortunately, with UFE, it's minimum cost. So they don't offer that. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that's why they're doing it, but my opinion is that's the main reason why doctors are not offering UFE. It doesn't cost much to do the procedure.
Well, I'll interject in that and say that I think just having a nursing background is definitely what you said. It's an insurance money thing. And for some reason, the insurance companies will pay for a major surgery.
But insurance companies cover.
But when it comes to innovative